Have you ever felt exhausted, without energy, even without having done anything too strenuous? Maybe the problem isn't in what you're doing, but in some habits that are draining your energy, destroying your productivity, and perhaps even ruining your life. Today, I'll show you the 5 behaviors that are draining your energy and how you can get rid of them. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but without energy, it won't take you anywhere. The truth is, there are some attitudes that drain our energy without us even realizing it. And today, I'll show you 6 of them that might be destroying your productivity and even your life. The first energy thief, and perhaps the most common, is the excessive consumption of negative news. We live in an era of constant information bombardment, and much of it is focused on sensationalism, fear, and pessimism. Of course, staying informed is important, but when you feed on news that only brings negativity, it directly affects your emotional state. With each tragic or alarming news story, you feel your energy diminish, your spirits fade. And the worst part, many of these news stories have no direct impact on your life. They just take up mental space, draining your ability to focus on what really matters. The key here is to be selective. Ask yourself, will this information help me in any way? If the answer is no, maybe it's time to reduce your media consumption and focus on things that truly add value to your life. How many times have you found yourself in an online argument that, deep down, leads nowhere? Whether on social media, forums, or even in message groups, comment sections have become real battlegrounds. The problem is that these discussions are rarely productive. Most of the time, they turn into heated debates with no end, where no one is really willing to change their opinion. And what do you gain from this? Nothing. On the contrary, you lose. You lose time, you lose energy, and often even your patience. At the end of one of these discussions, you feel exhausted, frustrated, and with the feeling that you could have used that time for something more useful. The tip here is simple: choose your battles. Not every argument is worth your energy. Save your attention for conversations that truly add value to your life. The third energy thief is something many of us do without even realizing: starting the day by checking your phone. We wake up, grab the phone, and before even getting out of bed, we're already scrolling through social media feeds, reading emails, or responding to messages. It seems harmless, but this habit has a huge impact on your day. When you start the day consuming random information, your mind is already filled with distractions, and instead of focusing on what's important, you end up lost in a sea of notifications. The result? A slower, less productive day with less focus. Ideally, you'd start the day with a routine that mentally prepares you for the challenges ahead, like meditation, exercise, or simply a quiet breakfast. Leave your phone aside for the first few hours of the day and see how your energy and productivity increase. Mobile games can be a great way to relax and unwind, but when they become an excessive habit, they start to drain your energy and time. Think about it. You start playing just for 5 minutes, but before you know it, an hour or more has passed. And what have you gained from it? Nothing. While you were immersed in the game, time passed, and your energy was drained without you having done anything productive. The problem isn't the game itself, but the excess. If you're using the game as a constant escape, it might be preventing you from accomplishing important tasks and reaching your goals. The solution here is balance. Set clear limits on the time you spend playing and make sure it's not interfering with your priorities. The 5th energy thief might be closer than you think: the people around you. Energy is contagious, and if you're surrounded by negative people who only see the bad side of things, who complain all the time, and who don't believe in their own potential, this will inevitably affect you. These people drain your energy, your motivation, and often even your ability to dream big. They make you doubt yourself, your ideas, and your plans. And the worst part, many times they don't even realize the impact they have on you. What you need to remember is that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If these people are constantly pulling you down, maybe it's time to reevaluate your company. This doesn't mean cutting all ties, but rather limiting the time and energy you dedicate to these interactions. Prioritize being around people who inspire you, who motivate you, and who are aligned with your goals. Now that you know the 5 energy thieves, you might be wondering, what now? What do I do with this information? The answer is simple but powerful. action. Knowing what's draining your energy is the first step, but the real power lies in acting. Imagine how different your life could be if you start eliminating these harmful habits, one by one. Think of the impact this will have on your productivity, your success, and especially your quality of life. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling ready to face the day, without being sucked into the distractions and negativities that used to bring you down. Imagine having more time and energy to focus on what really matters: your projects, your dreams, your mental health, your full life. But remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. You don't need to eliminate all these thieves at once. Start with one. Maybe you decide to reduce the time you spend on social media in the morning or avoid unproductive online discussions. Gradually, you'll feel your energy returning, your motivation growing, and your productivity increasing. And that's the real secret: small, consistent changes. When you start cutting out these energy thieves, day by day, you'll realize that you have more control over your life than you thought. And with that control comes the ability to achieve any goal you have. If you want to unlock your full potential, you need to protect your energy. Identify these thieves and start eliminating them from your routine. The energy you regain might be what was missing for you to achieve success and a full life. If this reflection made sense to you, don't forget to like the video to support the channel, share it with someone who also needs to hear this, and subscribe to the channel for more content on how to improve your productivity and live a full life.